Hey everyone, this is HorseyEatYou here with a new series, The Great Ace Attorney. Before I get into it, I just wanted to let everyone know that there was a audio issue, basically with my audio channels with this video. It's actually the first two, but I spliced them together just so like all the badness can be in one video, right? And after realizing that, I took like a 6-month break from the series, then I came back. So just, this video audio quality is gonna suck, but it's gonna be a-okay in the next one. Okay, so just go to the next one. Nobody even cares about this first one, right? Like it's just the tutorial, right? Nobody's even gonna watch this, hopefully. Yeah, anyways, I'll let past Horsey take him from here. See ya. Hello everyone, I am HorseyEatYou, and we're here with the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. So I'm a veteran of the Ace Attorney series. I've been playing this since I was in diapers. I mean, that's not really an exaggeration. I played the original 4 games like 12 years ago now. So I mean, I'm a longtime fan of the series. I just never played this one. And now that I'm out of the Fate Grand Order mines, I've escaped. I'm never going back. Okay, yeah, let's try it out. So I played every game in the series except for Investigations 2. Oh, and the Layton game and this one. Well, these 2. So I'm pretty well versed. I don't know how far I'm gonna go with this playthrough. Basically, I'm gonna record the first case, see how that does on YouTube, and then we'll go from there. It's like half the time oh, anime cutscene.
The Empire of Japan, after opening its doors, a push for cultural transformation brought great waves of Western influence to this far eastern island nation.
So this is during the Meiji Restoration, I'm assuming?
Washed over the land, making life in the capital exciting and unsettling. It was a period of great change, and some was swept away by the tide.
What? Someone died in Ace Attorney? What the heck?
But for one man, the turbulence of that era was just the beginning of an extraordinary story.
And that guy looks like Phoenix, right? Yeah, so they took, a great American franchise such as Ace Attorney. They're trying to appeal to the Japanese audience by making it set place in Japan. Something about a great departure. I was talking, so I couldn't read that. Wait, 22nd November, 843. I still forgot the year. The Supreme Court of Judic? Well, we don't say. Look, if it has more than 4 syllables, I don't know how to say it. Defendant's antechamber, 5. Still can't believe it. Still can't believe this is happening. How can it be that just beyond the doors to this quiet little chamber, the highest court in Japan, waiting to decide my fate? Oh no, they're sending me back to the mines. I have to go reread Lost Vault 6. What? Oh, no, nothing. Save your glares. Murderer. Sorry. Oh, come on, I'm fine. I'm Apollo Justice. No, my name is Yunosuke Naruhodo. So Naruhodo, I believe, is a Phoenix Wright's Japanese last name. It's a pun. Doesn't mean that means like that's right or something along those lines. Like I understand something like that. I don't know if Yunosuke is a pun for something. A second-year student at the Imperial Yume University. 2 days ago, I somehow find myself in the middle of a horrifying incident. And now, here I am, waiting my trial. That's enough. Oh, hello. He's not obliged to listen to such abuse, officer. This guy, Mia, his chest isn't large enough. And who are you? I'm this man's a lawyer. But it's nice they put that in orange so I understand what lawyer means. I'll be defending him today. Lawyer? Yes. Till the judge has given his verdict on the case, no one has the right to treat him as a criminal. So you will hold your tongue. Yeah, in this game, when you, instead of pointing, you actually just slash with a samurai sword. Half the time I just kill someone and the case ends there. Technicalities. Look at you. You haven't even graduated yet. Yet I still seem to know better than you how a court officer should behave. This is high budget. I mean, the last time I played an Ace Attorney game was on the 3DS. Right, Yunosuke? I mean, I think this came out on the 3DS, but still. I did play Spirit of Justice. I assume it's about the same quality as that. It's just, I hardly remember Spirit of Justice. It was so long ago. Oh, yes, of course. Sorry. This guy's thing saying sorry. What are you apologizing to me for? Oh, no, I suppose that wasn't my fault. But really, Kazuma, never meant to drag you into this. I'm sorry. Ha 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 ha. There you go, apologizing. Dude, this guy's so gonna die, isn't he? Just like always. Though I must say, been all over the newspapers these past few days. Yume University professor murdered in cold blood by student. But obviously, you didn't actually do it, did you? Of course not. You have to believe me. I didn't do it. I could never murder someone. Okay, so I do need to be upfront about this. So a couple years ago, I was spoiled on the murder of Case 1. But it's been a couple years, so I don't know if I see, like, I saw the character design. I don't know if I'll recognize the character design of the murderer is the thing. So I'm just getting that up front now. And there's nothing to worry about. Straighten yourself up. Hold your head high. I don't think I know anything else about the series of these two games. Maybe I do. Maybe I've been spoiled and it's just laying dormant in my brain. If something comes up and I think about it, I'll say something. You mean, I believe you. I know you're innocent, Yunosuke. Thanks, Kazuma. Kazuma Asuki, my best friend, also in his second year at Yume University. But he's far more clever than I. A star student, in fact. Even a qualified lawyer. Impressive, considering he's still an undergraduate. It's not that impressive. The very concept of lawyers is only a few years old. Here in Japan, anyway. My qualifications don't mean much. Yet. Did exactly the same thing 3 days ago. But I'm proud to have a friend like you, Kazuma. Truly. 3 days ago. Yes, that's when all this started. Congratulations, Kazuma! Looks like you're gonna get it to study abroad at last. Song's kinda catchy. I know, I've been forever dreaming of this day. Finally, those government elites have acknowledged my academic achievements and successes in court. So you'll be representing Japan as you immerse yourself in the most sophisticated legal system in the world. Really happy for you, and proud, as your friend. Not a soul in the university who doesn't know Kazuma's name. Dude, he's so dead, or evil, or dead and evil. He's a living legend, like there's a mysterious aura billowing around his temple. Want to bring about change in our own legal system. So I have to cross the ocean, see the real thing with my own eyes. So I'm a studied Japanese history veteran. During the Meiji Restoration, which was like the late 1800s, Japan was like, hey, we're behind technologically. So they sent a bunch of people out into the world to copy other things. They brought it back and they copied it. Sometimes they copied it even better than the original. You're at the heart of the British Empire. Wish I could see it too. But come with me. Have a wild time tearing up the streets of Her Majesty's City of London together. Only all that were that simple. Oh dear, look at the time. Better be going. Alright, I'll see you later. Think I'll stay behind and enjoy this place a while longer. Good idea. Here, it's not every day you get to visit a high-class Western restaurant like this. See you in English class tomorrow then, partner. And then he paid for his stuff and left, and that's it. Nothing else happened. Straight after that, That's when it happened. Asoki, may I have a word? Who is this? Okay, so I recognize her. She's like the Maya of the game. Main heroine. I don't know who he's. Professor! The dead guy came back to life. It's easy. I didn't know you were coming. Well, this case has personal significance to me. But never mind that for now. Asoki, you should go immediately to the judge's chambers. Whose Excellency's chambers? Why? He was looking for you before. You advocating for the defense of this trial was a sudden decision. Seems there may be some confusion about procedures today as a result. Who is this man? Probably the culprit. Feels though I've seen him at university before. I see. I'll go at once then. I shall accompany you. Alright then, Yunosuke. I'll see you in the courtroom. Yes, thanks, Kazuma. Why are you guys both looking directly at me? Don't look at me. Oh, I think I hear a little bit of a leitmotif in there. It sounds Ace Attorney. This is awkward. Don't look at me. If I may, don't smile at me. Yes, sorry. You must be the defendant. Yunosuke Naruhodo, I believe. Yes, that's right. My name is Yujin Mikotoba. I'm a professor of forensic science at Yume University. Professor Mikotoba. Heard that name from Kazuma before. As I recall, he's been pushing to get the government to agree to Kazuma studying abroad. Asugi has told me about you. You and he are best friends, I understand. As such, I feel you should know. Know what? Well, as you've no doubt heard, Asugi has been granted permission to go and study in Great Britain. However, he should fail to defend you in today's court. I'm afraid that permission will be revoked. Never granted again. He'll have to go study somewhere even worse than Britain, like France. Is France considered worse than Britain? I don't know the European hierarchy. As I suspected, you're unaware of this. I had a feeling Asugi may have chosen not to tell you. He's agreed to defend me, knowing that if he fails, his dreams will be shattered. Dude, Kazuma is totally a, what's his name from Little Busters? The cool guy that everybody likes more than the main character? He's one of those. But I don't understand. Why would the government do such a thing? The administration has to choose from a large number of applicants for overseas study. Very difficult to persuade them to grant permission, even in the most favorable of circumstances. I don't believe it. Good thing I'm innocent then. But I didn't do it. I swear it. I'm not a murderer. Sure, that's true. Nevertheless, I can assure you that proving your innocence will be no easy task. You see, there are certain peculiarities about today's trial. Please lay off with the four-letter words. I mean the four-syllable words. Peculiarities. What the heck? That's too many for me, dude. Sorry? What do you mean? You'll soon understand once proceedings get underway. But then what should I do? Well, naturally, I'm not gonna suggest doing anything that could lead to a conviction. Dude, he's so evil. Only evil people would do that. Right. So, as soon as the trial starts, the judge will pose a certain question to the defense. When that happens, you must answer before anyone else. You must say, I do. I do. I'm gonna get married. But what will the question be? Surely not. Do you accept the accusations brought before you? Of course not. Defend it! Court is about to begin. Proceed to the courtroom at once. It's actually, would you like to be married to the person next to you? And we're right next to Kazuma. We go, I do, and then we kiss. Well, it seems our surreptitious discussions are to be cut short. So allow me to summarize. Kazuma Asuki must not be the defense lawyer in this trial. Of course, as the defendant, the final decision is yours. What are you waiting for? You want to be found guilty for failing to appear? Get moving. No point in anyone advocating for the likes of you anyway. You guys are jerks. This is it. This trial goes badly. Kazuma's dreams of studying abroad are over. What's more, I'll be found guilty of murder. And so, with absolutely no idea what lay ahead, I embarked on that unforgettable trial. My one and only chance at proving my innocence. Trial that would decide my destiny. Okay. That's very dramatic. It's case one, dude. Like, name a game with like an awesome case one. Like Apollo Justice. Maybe Trials and Tribulations. That's a pretty good one. Oh, okay, look, it's happened before. I don't Spirit of Justice. I don't even remember that one. So this is a courtroom. The Supreme Court of okay, Google. How do I say that? Hold on, guys. Judicature. That's not a real word. Do not pretend that's a real word. Not much like the looks of those people sitting in the public gallery. What's wrong with them? They've got nice hats on. Lots of military and other uniforms in there. The powers that be have demanded that this be a secret trial. Secret trial? A trial that's closed to ordinary members of the public. Who would have guessed? Only military and government officials may attend. What? But why? It'll become clear in time. But for now, you need to concentrate, Yunosuke. It's about to begin. This guy better be like the great ancestor of is his name Pain? It is. The court will now hear the trial of Yunosuke Naruhodo. Hold on, I want to make sure. Oh, geez. Okay. Hurry. Just delete that. I decided to check my hard drive space. I have less than a gig left. Okay. The prosecution is ready, Your Excellency. That's how he sounds. This is the defense. Before we begin, there's one point of order I'd like to confirm. Yesterday evening, the defense made a last-minute request for a change of advocate. That's correct, Your Excellency. I made the request myself. Normal procedures for the defendant's advocacy to be decided 2 days prior to a trial. So this is an unusual circumstance. Obliged to ask for a final confirmation. Now, I do! Who advocates for the defendant in this trial? This is it! This must be the question! Who's gonna defend me? That's the question the professor meant. But then, I say I do. You have to answer quickly. What should I do? Stop zooming in on him. Am I just gonna get a bad ending immediately if I do this? Screw it, I want to see the bad ending if I do that. Or maybe it's the right thing to do. Your Excellency, no confirmation is needed. Is anyone standing here besides the defendant? Hope it's clear who will advocate for his defense. Oh, yes. What is the meaning of this unruly outburst? Yes. I would like to inform the court that I, Yunosuke Naruhodo, will be defending myself. You'll be... What? Nani? What are you playing at, Yunosuke? Professor Mikotoba told me everything just now before the trial. He did what? He said that your dreams of studying abroad will be dashed if you were to lose. How sad. Means you don't have faith in me. No, it means I'm a better lawyer. Look, I even have a badge. You think I won't be able to get you off? No, it's not that, really. Just that, well, on the off chance that things don't go well for me, couldn't bear to be the reason that you... Yes, I knew that's how you'd feel. Which is exactly why I decided not to tell you. Professor Mikotoba shouldn't have stuck his nose in. Very well. The court hereby recognizes the defendant's desire to advocate for himself in today's trial. Well, well. Has the accused admitted defeat already? Renouncing his own counsel? Really? Objection! Make no mistake, counsel. This merely shows that the defendant's innocent as so apparent. He's confident he can speak for himself. Look how confident he looks. Isn't that so, Naruhodo-san? Oh, yes, exactly. Wait a second, hold on. So we just use the honorific. If we go back up, oh, we're calling him Professor, not Mr. Okay, you're lucky. I thought I was using Mr. and honorifics. I was like, oh my god, how could you do this translation team? Exactly what I wasn't thinking. Not confident at all. In fact, my mind's a complete blank. I realize you're in charge now, but still, try not to look so bewildered. Well, for a mere university student to be brought before the Supreme Court? What's that say on it? You must be we must have perpetrated a most heinous crime indeed. So you're no doubt aware this is the Supreme Court of the Judicature of Japan. Not a real word. Accordingly, the very highest standards of conduct are expected of all present. Do I make myself clear? Defendant Naruhodo. Yes, Your Excellency. It is therefore my duty to assess your competence for the task you have undertaken. Like, competence? What does that mean? You have to be able to yell objection and hold it. It's questioning your ability to do the job. Well, you can't be questioning it more than I am. Let's start with the very simplest of questions. Yes. Kindly state before the court the name of the victim in this case. How am I supposed to know that? That's easy enough. I heard his name more times than I can remember. But wait. So nervous I can't even remember that. What was it again? Where's the court record? Yunosuke? Let me guess. Your mind's gone blank. You know me so well. All the relevant information for this case can be found in the court record. But can't even find out. What button is it? It's simple. You can access the court record with the press of E. Oh, thank you. If you ever find you've forgotten something, just consult that. It's all in there. Have to press E for the court record. Alright, no time to lose. It's a list of evidence you've collected. Let's try switching to people instead with E. Find details about the victim in here. When you're done, press E to go back. John H. Wilson. Oh, so this is at the Supreme Court because he's like a foreigner. He's a visiting professor of medicine in the British Empire. So remember, everything to do with the current case can be found in the court record. Now you better not keep His Excellency waiting any longer. Go on. Find the victim in the people section of the court record. Press R to present. Try it now. Take that. Yes. Yes. Victim's name was Dr. John H. Wilson. Okay, I guess using doctor for an English person makes sense. I'll allow it. What is that? I don't know what that's supposed to sound like. Well, at least you can remember the name of an esteemed member of your own university. Dr. Wilson was a visiting professor from England, invited to Yume University 3 years ago. Indeed, which is the reason why this case has such profound implications. The British Empire. Ooh, can we get like an index for that? I don't know who that is. Is that present? Our country's most valuable foreign ally. As most of you will be aware, we have just done a new treaty together through lengthy negotiations. can't be anyone who hasn't heard of the Anglo-Japanese Treaty of Friendship and Navigation. Yet despite these delicate circumstances, the blood of an Englishman has been spilt on our spilt? Oh no, okay, never mind, I'm stupid. On our soil. I think I read it right, but in my head I was like, no, that's spelled wrong. You two are both undergraduates at the Imperial Yume University, are you not? Murdering a professor from the very institution that provides your education. Have you no honor? I didn't do it. This case is coming under great scrutiny from our allies on the other side of the world. The court therefore wishes for a speedy resolution to this matter. In other words, our feeble government is scared of upsetting England's policymakers. You're convenient and expendable scapegoat to blame for this crime. That's why this trial has its unusual peculiarities, is it? Exactly. Our government needs to convict someone as quickly as possible. All because the victim was an Englishman. Yes, Dr. Wilson was an Englishman. But nationalities and treaties won't make any difference for me here. The fact is, I was there at the scene of the crime. Oh dear, look at the time, I'd better be going. We already did this. Yeah, good idea. Can we change the text speed? Wait time? Reader? Story mode. Well, it presents the evidence for you? What? That's not allowed. It's cheating. Is this a real save? Oh wow, we can do a real save. Back at the DS era, you only got a like quick save. I mean, I just had save states, so it didn't matter. But okay, see you, partner. I can't even click to advance the text. This is like an old game. Seen that man at university. Sure, he's a visiting professor from Great Britain. I don't know his name, but still. Go say hello. I went over to the professor's table and introduced myself to Dr. Wilson. Now then, let me pose my next question to you, Defendant Naruhodo. Yes, Your Excellency. So, like, it'd be really helpful if you just told us the whole story and told us about, like, the guy there, like how, hold on. Miko Toba happened to drop by and, like, felt poison in his tea. or alternative, it might not be him because I don't recognize him. It's like someone with a really weird name that's a pun came by and was in the room. How did the professor of medicine, Dr. John H. Wilson, lose his life? By the way, post-mortem report. Let's examine this. Caused by loss of blood from a gunshot to the chest. Bullet did not pass through the victim's body. Single bullet fired at close range. No exit wound. Go. State before the court the cause of death. The cause of death? Well, obviously, that was, yeah, I just read it a second ago, but my mind's going blank. Yunosuke, remember that in court, every assertion must be backed up by evidence. By evidence? But how? Find the piece of evidence that shows the professor's cause of death. Select present. Do it now. Take that. Yes. Yes. Well, according to this document, the victim suffered a hemorrhagic death due to gunshot. You see, he doesn't get 4-syllable words either. Due to gunshot trauma. Learn to read, you imbecile. It's the post-mortem report, I take it. Sorry, yes, that's right. The post-mortem report. In the West, a doctor dissects corpses to identify the cause of death in an autopsy. But here in Japan, a police officer merely inspects the body, draws conclusions that way. Wow, that's really high tech. Oh, I see. Because I'm not going to be tested on any of this later. This is a so-called photographic print at the scene of the crime. Look at that steak. Who didn't even get to eat it? Clearly discerned scorch marks around the bullet hole produced by the powder explosion. In other words, we should assume that the victim was shot at close range. Well, he actually spelled steak sauce on himself. Thank you, counsel. Court will accept this modern scientific evidence into the record. Photographic print of the victim has been entered in the court record. Awesome. So you assume that the fact that there's not an autopsy is going to play a big role in this game. That's a photographic print. Oh, that's something I've never seen before. Clearly superior to a drawing. Details incredible. Very well. Satisfied with your answers. Let us start with the trial. Oh, do a cool pose. Certainly, Your Excellency. Like straight out of JoJo's. So without further ado, in order to better apprise the court with the facts of the case, prosecution hereby calls its first witness, was there at the scene of the crime when it happened. This is it then. I think it may have worked out what the professor had in mind. The professor? You mean Dr. Mikotoba? Yes. Clearly you're the defense lawyer today, not me. That doesn't mean you can help. Well, Extra acted as your assistant. Of course. He's speaking with me before. He simply said, Kazuma Asuki must not be the defense lawyer in this trial. He really has been sticking his oar in, hasn't he? He's still probably evil. Maybe, but any help you can give me will be greatly appreciated, Kazuma. Well, my first piece of advice is rein in that crazy look of bewilderment. Control the cold sweats. If you rein in that crazy headband, yeah, is there like a fan pointed right at him? Control the cold stares first. Hello. I think, how far in are we? 31 minutes? Yeah, let's probably call it there. I don't know if... Sometimes Ace Attorney gives you like save spots, but I don't know if that's a thing or not. So that's a good place to call it. Yeah, so we're just getting started, but I'm down to play another Ace Attorney game. It's been so long. I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Witness, state your name and occupation for the court, please. Yeah, we got this guy. Of course, my name is Satoru Hosonaga. I'm assuming this guy was like a waiter, but is he already in the court record? No. Playing this game on a keyboard is real weird. Yeah, okay. The head waiter at the European-style restaurant Le Carnaval. He's serving there on the day of the incident. Okay. I'm the head waiter at the Western-style restaurant called Le Carnaval. Oh. You doing okay, dude? Are you alright? Seem to be coughing up some, That's, can't be sanitary. It's a regular occurrence. It really doesn't bother me. Okay. Really should. As everyone knows, the capital's southeastern quarter was developed for foreign visitors some years ago. Of course, everyone knows this. It's become a very fashionable district now, full of hotels to accommodate overseas guests. Is that true? Did Japan like have a lot of visitors in this era? This grim crime occurred in one of the district's so-called restaurants in how do you say that? Occidental Eatery 3 days ago. I said it right. Understood. Hosonaga-san, you'll kindly tell the court everything you can about the incident. At once, sir. And no petty interjections about from the aspiring lawyer boy, please. Hold it! Oh, perspiring, maybe, but aspiring? Good one. It's rare that the main character brings himself down instead of pain. It was just after 2 p.m. on the day in question. We have few diners at that time of day. The lunchtime rush was over. This isn't in green, this is weird. There are only 3 tables still occupied. It fits in with my memory of it too. There's hardly anyone else in the place. Ain't no blood. When I was in the kitchen putting away crockery and cutlery, a gunshot rang out, so I hurried out to the dining area to see what had happened. Found the victim, an English gentleman, slumped in his chair. Standing immediately beside him, gun in hand, was the accused university student.
Yes!
Oh, don't admit to it? Hold on, let me just clarify something here. Well, I did pick up a gun that I found lying on the floor beside the professor. I didn't shoot him.
Objection!
Is that the first objection of the game? I believe I asked you to refrain from petty interjections. The court wishes to listen to the witness's report of what he saw, you amateur. But the next time you interrupt at an inappropriate time, you'll be penalized, defendant Naruhodo. Don't worry, Yunosuke. You'll have your chance to fight back. For now, we must quietly listen to the witness. We may confirm one point later. Standing beside the victim with a gun in his hand was the same man we see here in court today. Yes, without question. Dude's dying. He's gonna be dead by the end of this case. I see. And apart from the accused, was there anyone else standing beside the victim? No. There was no one else around that table but the deceased Englishman and the university student. Huh? Hey, what did he just say? There was no one else around that table? What's the matter, Yunosuke? That's just not right. When I went over to Dr. Wilson to say hello, oh yeah, there was a suspicious man with a gun in his hand who later shot him. There was a woman sitting opposite him at his table. Really? That's not something the waiter could have missed. Been warned about interjecting, but still, what should I do? I don't want to be penalized. Yeah, you know what? We're cool. We're gonna interject.
Yes!
Just a moment, please. Dr. Wilson wasn't alone that day. I'm sure of it. There's a lady sitting with him at the same table.
Objection!
Dear me, what are we gonna do with you? With your blatant disregard for court proceedings, I'm beginning to wonder if you're not a fraud. Oh dang it, his text wasn't green, I forgot, oh no. Could it be that the accused, this mere student, is not a real lawyer after all? Well, no. Well, no, I have a badge. Show him the badge, everyone. Like, see? But, sure of what I saw. Hosonaga-san, is there any chance you're mistaken? Perhaps your memory of events is hazy? No. Oh, he did the glass. Oh no, he's serious. The deceased gentleman came to dine alone. I don't believe it. I actually have a rough plan of the restaurant as it was that day. Please have a look if you'd like to. Let me see. A sketch of the establishment's layout drawn by yourself. I presume it's very detailed. That's right. Fred, I used the back of my business card. It was a turbulent situation, but the business card is going to have a clue on it. However, as you can see, this gentleman in question was seated alone. Well, you're clearly a very conscientious waiter. Dude, he's wiping his blood off on a towel on his arm. That is not sanitary. I would not eat at that restaurant. Thank you, sir. The court will take this plan and add it to the court record as evidence. Well, oh. Zero problem. Hand the plan to the court officer at once. Of course. Here you are. What was that about? Been completely calm and collected until now. Now he's dying. Something certainly seems to have shaken him. Probably, you know, his tuberculosis. Head waiter's business card. The sketch of the restaurant's layout is on the back. I played it at Ace Attorney. We flip it over and the business card has the clue on it. So, the court has now heard a precise? That's not a word. Don't make up words. Of the case. It's his kitchen and entrance. Okay. Zoom in on it. How do I flip this bad boy over? Can't yet. Okay, we're gonna do that at the very end of the case, probably. Yes, at the moment the gunshot was heard in the restaurant, the only person in close proximity to the victim was the defendant on trial today. See, we are looking at a black and white case here. Defendant Naruhodo. Yes, Your Excellency. If you admit your guilt at this stage, the court is willing to look mercifully upon you. In other words, you may have some small reprieve in terms of your inevitable punishment. They'll cut off your head, but they'll do it a little gently. Call this waiter as an unsworn witness in order to explain the details of the case to the court. But I must warn the defense, if you're determined to pursue matters and further this trial, the prosecution has decisive evidence from sworn witnesses who were present at the scene of the crime. Is this guy unsworn? What do you think I should do, Kazuma? What do you mean? Well, gonna be found guilty in one way or another, it seems. Wouldn't it be sensible to plead guilty at this stage and hope for a more lenient sentence? Don't look at me like that. Everyone keeps telling me that this trial is unusual, about these peculiarities. You said it, Professor Mikotoba said it. So it's the judge and the prosecution. I'm scared of what lies ahead if I push this. Don't stop looking at me like that! As I said from the outset, I believe you're innocent. I trust you. And yet, despite knowing that, you're willing now to throw that trust back in my face. Is that it? I want someone who believes in me as much as Kazuma believes in Yunosuke. What? The accused is in fact innocent. Then a defense lawyer is duty-bound to prove that innocence by whatever means necessary. Are you just gonna abandon that duty? Are you gonna give up on yourself? The battle hasn't even begun yet, Yunosuke. The defense pleads not guilty, Your Excellency. We invite the prosecution to stop making empty threats and bring out its witnesses. The point! Then we'll see how decisive this evidence really is. Indeed. Prosecutor Aochi, please continue with the proceedings. Well, you were warned. The young can be so reckless. You know, many call me a saint, but I can be a devil when I want to be. In a few short moments from now, that dumb-strunk young mouthy rose will be silenced forever. Are they gonna cut off his tongue? The prosecution calls its next witness. I said prosecution correctly. I didn't misspeak. Very well, officer. Bring forth the witnesses at once. Witnesses. We can do, oh yeah, 2 of them. Okay. Witnesses, please kindly state your names and occupations for the court. Yes, sir. The great. It's Nihon, right? Not Nippon. I don't know why they're P's. Imperial Army Sergeant Iyasa Nosa, reporting for duty, sir. Myself, I find employ as a purveyor of fine articles of antiquity from the efflorescence of our nation, Nihon. Would you say Japan? Conduct my trade from Yasute, a humble premises in the 2nd district. Do I have to keep this up forever? Kuyo Kurokuta, at your service. Antique dealer and a soldier. What an unusual pairing. Both of these gentlemen were present at the restaurant on the day in question. They must be diners at the other table that the waiter mentioned. Myself, I habitually take tea of the most exquisite aroma at the establishment in question. Always post-noon. You just say in the afternoon. posting that just sounds weird, dude. And not infrequently converse with interested parties regarding the curios with which I make my business. Can't understand a word that old man is saying. He's an antique dealer. Sounds like he's a regular of the carnival. Thank you for translating. He seeks out potential customers who may have an interest in antiques, just to sell his wares to them. It obviously targets Le Carnival because it's a high-class restaurant with rich clientele. Right, I see. Well, to be honest, that sergeant looks more like he's a seller rather than a buyer. Now, you both witnessed the precise moment of this most atrocious incident. Is that correct? Affirmative! The enemy unit was seen attacking the foreigner in what can only be described as an act of war. Sir! It was that black uniformed rogue infantryman over there who unloaded his firearm. Sir! Don't point at me, that's my job. Man says it's impossible to understand as the other. But I'm almost sure I heard a strange noise during that last thing he said. So, what, am I Apollo Justice now? Gotta zoom in on him, find their swipe? This is the decisive evidence the prosecution was threatening. The soldier is claiming that he actually saw the precise moment he shot the victim dead. Yes. Well, are you starting to feel uncomfortable? If I'm honest, feeling uncomfortable from the start. Now, the court will hear your formal testimony, please. You'll state everything you saw, the precise moment that the incident occurred. Sir, yes, sir. Standing. Okay, I heard a stranger. Okay, what was that noise? Standing by, ready to report. Sir, did it play that noise last time too? I just missed it. Unsavory memories of a most acerbic afternoon. Dude's shaking. Look at him. Wait, can you see my cursor? Anyway, what the witnesses saw. I was ingesting a regulation beefsteak at the restaurant while having a tactical discussion with the old man. Myself, I was extolling the virtues of a particularly fine golden choreo to the military. Dude, these guys are the two most Ace Attorney characters ever. To the military gentleman. That precise moment, a firearm was discharged. I observed the enemy's actions with my own eyes. The black uniformed varsity cadet fired on the English civilian. From the back, that cowardly little weasel. From the back? I was on my hands and knees, investigating the whereabouts of my mysteriously absconded precious choreo. Well, so you, Sergeant Nosa, actually witnessed the vital moment. So the split second when the defendant fired the weapon at the victim. Yes, sir. Affirmative, sir. That would. What's that? Is that a baby crying? What? He's actually. He's like three babies in a army uniform. That wicked university cadet, sir. The cruel and unforgivable enemy. What times we live in, when an English gentleman may be assailed in the broad light of day. But this is ridiculous. I didn't shoot anyone. Is that really true, Yunosuke? Oh, come on, Kazuma. Yes, all I did was pick up the gun that I saw lying on the floor. After I said hello to Dr. Wilson, I went back to my table and sat drinking some coffee. Then, when I'd finished, got up from my seat to leave the restaurant, when I noticed an English-made gun next to the chair where the professor was sitting. Also, when you picked it up, that's when... that perhaps the professor had dropped it. So I bent down, just as I was picking it up. Bang! Well, if that's the truth, there's obviously a criminal on the scene somewhere. Somewhere in these two witnesses' testimonies, there's a clue as to who that criminal was. There is? Yunosuke, just exercise your right to cross-examine the witnesses. Cross-examine? Do it now! As we have heard, Your Excellency, there's no room for doubt in the testimony of these witnesses. The defendant is clearly guilty. It is time to bring this despicable student to justice. Certainly, testimony the court has just heard eliminates any vestige of doubt. Therefore, it's my grave duty to declare the verdict of this. Yes! Oh, come on! Not Ace Attorney if they're not rushing to conclusions. What in the name of the Empress? The meaning of this outburst? Why are you raising your hand? I mean, defense. Defense is right to a cross-examination. That is unheard of. Dear me, dear me. Let me guess. The Hachimaki headband boy next door told me to do it. How pathetic. I don't know what a Hachimaki headband is. Is it this guy? Is that a Hachimaki headband? Huh? How do you know? The prosecution objects. This is a clear waste of time. The defendant obviously has no experience. How could he possibly carry out a cross-examination? Dude, he was shot in the front. It didn't go through the back. It's the most obvious.
Objection!
The defense is asserting its right to a cross-examination. Whether or not you think he's capable of it is irrelevant. Because it was so commanding. God, I wish I was that cool. Very well. Let the defense conduct a cross-examination of the witnesses. Alright, this is where the battle really begins, Yunosuke. But I don't even know what I have to do in a cross-examination. Yes, I do. Isn't it obvious? I have to expose the lies in the witnesses' statements. How? You didn't fire the gun, which means that the soldier said what that soldier said has to be a lie. Oh, yes, but just a case of proving it. The key to doing that is evidence. Right. Evidence. All you need to do is to present some decisive and indisputable evidence that proves the witness is lying. Now let's go, Yunosuke. Don't let them beat you. Yeah. Oh, what was that? Alright then. It's all or nothing. Cross-examination. Dude, he does look like Apollo when he cut his head out. What the witnesses saw. Okay, keyboard controls. Firearm assist. Observe the enemy's actions. Okay, hold on. Fired on the English civilian from the back. Okay, I assume we don't have to press anything here. I assume we can just go straight for. Take that. Yes. The music stops, so it's right. What? What are you playing at, cadet? What is the meaning of this subordination? Testing some photographic print in my mustache. Inconsistency, sir. I mean, yes. What's he looking at when he does that? There's a clear inconsistency here. What nonsense! What can this print possibly tell us that we don't already know? Well, obviously, that I don't know what I want to say. The words just won't come out of my mouth. Kazuma! I think this proves beyond any doubt, Your Excellency, that there's no place for an amateur student here in this grand courtroom. This is so frustrating. Oh, please. Surely this doesn't require an explanation. Couldn't be more plain. Thank you for stating the truth, Kazuma. To spell it out would be an insult to the court. Oh. Okay. This is a song? Kazuma, what? I was kind of expecting to get on like this game's version of like Pursuit or something. Not yet, not yet. Or what? There's two main like famous themes, right? One's Pursuit. What's the other one? I get them mixed up. Anyway, Kazuma, what? What are you talking about? Yeah, actually, I just was randomly throwing evidence out. Kazuma's like, oh yeah, that makes sense. It's apparent from a single glance at the photographic print presented by the defense that there's a clear discrepancy here with the sergeant's statement. What? Sergeant Yasunosa? Wait, his name is Yes, no. Is that intentional? Yes, sir. What, sir? The statement you just made was this. The black uniformed varsity cadet fired on the English civilian from the back. The cowardly little weasel. Do you have to include that part? Yes, sir. Affirmative, sir. Witness the crime with my own military-grade eyes, sir.
Yes!
But no, that just can't be. And why not, cadet? Because, oh, come on, don't be stupid. Take a close look at the print. The victim, Dr. Wilson, died from a bullet wound to the chest. No, he explodes. Sergeant, according to your witness statement, the culprit shot the victim from behind. That is the obvious discrepancy here. Well, how do you explain it? What the heck? He is a baby! Oh! Oh, he has a baby tied on his back. Well, and he's being controlled by the baby like in Ratatouille. The baby's a rat. What was that? Something just popped up from behind his back, but he pushed it down again. Certainly, there's a clear discrepancy with the facts here. Would you not agree, Sergeant Nosa? Wait, it's literally... Yes, sir. No, sir. Okay, we got puns. They brought their pun game. I just gotta sniff them out. Yes, sir. At this juncture, that would appear to be indisputable. Till the moment I heard the firearm discharge, my eyes were... Because that might be how you say sir in Japanese, like you're writing katakana. Maybe? I don't know. Look how happy he is. Firmly fixed on the delicious La Carnival steak. Sir. What? The last statement the court heard has proven one thing beyond all reasonable doubt. This witness, Sergeant E. Yasunosa, did not see the defendant firing a gun at all. That's... Wait. So... he's... You know, in Ace Attorney, he's Pain. Great Ace Attorney, he's Ouchie. That's absurd. I think the conclusion we must draw is simple. There is no place for an amateur prosecutor here in this grand courtroom. I got an achievement. Inconsistencies here. Been a grand turnabout in the mood of this trial. Just one discrepancy. So this is what being an ace attorney is all about. Okay, roll the credits. We're done here. But I definitely saw him. That university cadet there. He's pointing the firearm directly at the victim's back. Yes! But I never fired the gun. All I did was pick it up off the floor. And you, old man, you didn't see the moment the victim was shot either? Myself, already been quite clear. The gunshot interested me not. It's far too busy on the floor. Why was he on the floor? Too busy on the floor. Sorry, what were you doing? Hunting for treasure. Treasure? Oh, that is... Indeed, the Hawaii era koban, my prized coin. On each occasion when I visit that restaurant, it is my habitude to place in my bosom pocket a particular trinket of interest for my shop, Rasute. He's just here to advertise his shop. The hope of meeting a rich diner who might like to buy it from you. On the day under scrutiny, it's to the military man that I preferred my Hawaii treasure. Believe that he would purchase such a rare find. I did not. He's Yoda. But I was presented with little alternative. And then, reverting my eyes for the briefest of moments, it was there no more. Simply vanished. The koban vanished. Hunting around under the table, I was, in case mayhap it had fallen there. And then it happened. You heard the gunshot, you mean? Indeed I did, but I heeded it not, for I was concerned only with finding my absconded Hawaii treasure. Nothing could distract me. Out of interest, Did you find the coin in the end? No. It was stolen. I see. Also, did you guys just hear the ducks out the window? Or it might have been geese. Because I just heard geese. That's terrifying. A lamentable day. The precious Hohe Koban was lost to me. No doubt, some unscrupulous scoundrel pocketed the prize coin for himself. The baby has it. As I'm sure everyone present is aware, this case demands a swift and decisive resolution. Our government has promised to send a full report to Great Britain by telegraph this very afternoon. Nevertheless, the witness testimony the court has just heard was inconclusive. No matter how subservient our government feels it must be to the British, it would be unforgivable to deliver a verdict on this trial right now. What is your position, Prosecutor Ouchie? Worry not, Your Excellency. The defendant may have fled a tiger at the front gate, but he will find a wolf at the back. Is that a Japanese proverb? Oh. My witness has a further testimony to make. Explain. Upon hearing their next statements, it will become abundantly clear that there's only one person who could possibly have committed this despicable crime. The equally despicable defendant, Ryunosuke Naruhodo. What? He really seems to have a despicable opinion of you, doesn't he? Very well. The court invites the witnesses to testify again. They'll thoroughly explain the reasoning behind the prosecution's allegation. Is that clear? As clear as Kiriko glass, Your Excellency. Hold on, what's this guy's? Hold on, what? Satoru Hosonaga? I don't see the pun in that. Kurio? Oh, Kurio. Like, you know, the word that he said earlier. Oh my. Yeah. Isn't John H. Wilson because he's William's son. You know, it makes sense now. Okay. Hey, what about this guy? Eugene Mikotoba. There's got to be something. Well, maybe like for like the main characters, they don't have, you know, those English puns. Because I'm assuming these guys had different names in the Japanese release. Maybe. I don't know. Yes, sir. I want, sir. Wedding signal to testify, sir. I want the baby to testify. Excuse me, but there's someone peeking out over your shoulder, I think. Affirmative. The newest member of the Nosa family to rise up to the ranks, sir. Dame. Idol. It would seem those straps are a sign of the sergeant being too strapped to afford a nanny. Idol. Keen Shun. Ten Shinhan. I don't know what that means. Oh, your father's about to quell the enemy. Oh, look at him go. Watch and learn, my boy. The true culprit. Even if what I saw was the precise moment the firearm was discharged, it's almost the same thing. Yes, pointing his gun at the foreign man, he was that young lad in black. That much I myself did see. Furthermore, visual search of the premises at the time confirmed that we were the only personnel present. Indeed, alone he was, the Englishman, dining all by himself. Therefore, no one other than the black uniformed cadet could have dispatched the Englishman. Over and out. These testimonies are certainly... Oh. That autoplayed. Wait, that's nonsense! Victim Dr. Wilson wasn't alone at all. Please, enough of these outbursts already. There's a woman! There's a young woman at this table. He must have seen her. Everyone there must have seen her. Stop looking the other way.
Objection!
Even the baby's like, I didn't see nothing. Call yourself a lawyer, then you'll respect the rules of the court and speak accordingly. We're not here to listen to your fantasies. It is evident beyond all reasonable doubt that the victim was alone at the time of the incident. Prosecution has photographic evidence of this fact. This is a photographic print of the scene of the crime, counsel. table at which the victim was dining, taken by an investigator immediately after the incident. Okay, what's the evidence here? There's only one glass. He took two bites out of the steak, but it doesn't look like he cut it. It looks like he just picked up the steak and took a bite out of it from the way it's cut. Anything in the background? I don't see anything special. Oh, there is something that's been bothering me. In the picture, his chair is turned around. Did like the police do that, or? It's completely been seen. There's only one place set. Certainly, based on the appearance of this print, it would be reasonable to conclude that the victim was not in the company of anyone else. Actually, the lady just grabbed her plate and is hiding under the table. It doesn't make any sense. The court will add this new photographic evidence to the court record. A bottle of carbonated water and steak lunch can be seen on the victim's table. Okay. It's carbonated water. I thought it was wine. Don't understand. What's going on? Did they have carbonated water back then? Wait. Carbonation is like the bubbles, right? I'm not stupid, right? It's just not possible that nobody else saw that woman. The waiter before said the same thing. He maintains that Dr. Wilson came to the restaurant alone as well. That's not true. I saw her. I swear that I saw a woman with him. It would seem that we'll be able to telegraph the report to Great Britain on time after all. The witness testimony. Come on, stop in such a hurry, dude. You got nothing else to do today. Sit in your high chair and act fancy. The witness testimonies we have heard leave no further room for doubt. These are very sensitive political times, as we all know. The ink is still fresh on the treaty with Great Britain. You think that I, Taketsuchi Auchi, will have contributed to the... we're just calling him Auchi from now on. Will have contributed to the amity of these great two empires as an honor. You're the Israelite, the Phoenix. How can this be happening? Judges ready to roll. Stand tall, Yunosuke. It's not over yet. It's Mia. Mia's talking to us from the future. Oh, it's just Kazuma. What? What you said is true. There's something going on here behind the scenes. Now is your chance to expose it, to draw out the truth. Your cross-examination. I don't know, Kazuma. Defense is entitled to cross-examine the witnesses, but make it quick. Understood? Rules can be so unbending at times. Okay, let's go through it once again. Even what I saw wasn't the precise moment the firearm was discharged. It's almost the same thing. Pointing his gun at the foreign man he was, that young man in black. That much I myself did see. And a visual search of the premises confirmed we were the only personnel present. Let's press about that.
Yes!
You also notice someone else at Dr. Wilson's table. There's a lady there. As you have been at pains to point out time and time again, feel I'm growing a callus in my ear. So I'm gonna assume the waiter is like an accomplice, and he helped hide the lady. And yet, no one else appears to have ever caught even a glimpse of this woman. Only there'd been more people dining there at the time. Someone else would have noticed her. Unfortunately, it's already past 2 p.m. when it happened. Quiet time between lunch and dinner in any restaurant. I know. Wish the place was almost empty. What you would expect. Certainly, 2 p.m. is neither here nor there in terms of times to eat. But we're gonna look at his watch, and his watch said 3 p.m. He doesn't have a watch. But the glass is empty in this picture. One of the police officers drank the water. Wonder if there's a reason why the victim was eating at that time of day. Why he was alone. Yes, Your Excellency, there is indeed a reason. There was? This was found in the victim's jacket pocket. Oh, evidence, thank you. What is that, Counsel? It's a medical report card, Your Excellency. It seemed that the victim had an appointment at a clinic prior to visiting the restaurant. At a clinic. It was very hot in there. Yes, there would indeed appear to be an entry for the date in question. 19th of November, noon to past 1 p.m. Oh, the very day of the incident. So the victim went for a late lunch following his appointment. The explanation couldn't be more simple. Prosecution felt no need to submit this evidence before— Okay, Edgeworth, you shut up, as it really has no bearing on the case. I wonder— What do you think, Ryunosuke? Well, how to see how it could be related, really? Remember, you can request for it to be entered into the court record as evidence if you think it would be useful. Heck yeah. Ask for it to be submitted.
Yes!
My head, like, test the medical report got be submitted as evidence, Your Excellency. Dude is terrified out of his mind. Look at his eyes. On what grounds? It looks useful. The court record has already heard conclusive witness testimony. Additional evidence will be extraneous. Not to mention that the victim's movements prior to his arrival at the restaurant are of no concern.
Objection!
Whether or not they are of concern is up to us to decide. We have our right to explore all possible avenues. I beg your pardon. You have no authority to refuse a perfectly valid request for the submission of evidence. Very well. Court will grant the defense's request. Youngsters these days are forever asserting their rights. The most disturbing trend. Officer, kindly add the victim's medical report card to the court record. Okay. Let's have a look at that. All we need right now is new clues. We have to explore things from every possible angle, even if they don't seem relevant at first. Hey, here you go. You can conspire to prolong this trial as much as you like. It's the day after the festival already for you. Perhaps you've forgotten? These witness testimonies leave no room for doubt. Feel free to reiterate for the accused, Korikuda-san. Okay. I want to examine it. But that's all? I can't look at it? Just a report card? No one other than the black uniform cadet could have dispatched the Englishman. Over and out. Hold on, let's go back through this. Oh no, I'm stuck on the second Oh no, I'm stupid. Oh no. I mean, let's just... Pointing the gun at him, he was. Let's do this one. So you actually saw that with your own eyes, did you? The victim, Dr. Wilson, dining alone. That I did. Forgive me for the position I place you in. So the testimonies of the old man, the soldier, and the waiter all agree on that point. Isn't that interesting? Let us not forget the incontestable evidence we have to support their statements as well. See, as can clearly be seen, there's only a single beefsteak on the victim's table. A meal for one. No. What if the evidence is actually that he picked up the steak with his bare hands to eat it? The antiques dealer, the sergeant, and the waiter who testified before? It's not impossible that they're all lying. But if so, then why? If I'm perfectly honest, I have absolutely no idea. For no one other than the black uniform cadet could have dispatched. Hold on. I want to look at this picture again. Examine. We can see like someone hiding at the under the table right here. Yeah, let's look at this. That's a fork, all right. Someone's on that knife. See, that's not. See, it looks like he just bit into that steak with his. Like he just picked it up and nommed on it. I don't know about you, I cut my steak into like rectangles. Like I got like a rectangle, like boom. I assume that's how most people do it. The flowers. 3 flowers? They only do the 3 flowers when you're having a meal with someone else. Everyone knows that. But little after 2 p.m. Yeah. Okay, sorry, I'm back. I don't know if you could hear it, there's a loud engine outside. I definitely didn't look up spoilers. No, I didn't though. But I did have an idea. So basically, we got this through an optional press, meaning we have to present this or otherwise some people could miss it, right? Meaning, the fact that he has a medical report card is important. So we have to press something in. Yes. Press them all, why not? No, it's not the same thing, you know, that's a fair point, but also they're not gonna take that. You have a difference of opinion on that. Oh, come on, you can't pull rank on me. We're gonna go through this quickly since I'm assuming this one isn't important. Yeah, he blinked. Did you? Did you see it? Did you see me blink? Oh, he's good. He's got foggy glasses. How could I? Yet it's an undeniable fact that I did blink. He's got us there. So there you have it. I've won. Teen Shun! Sound of the firearm ring in my ears in the very next moment. I saw you waving the gun at the Englishman. I think that says it all, don't you? Grr. Let's not forget, the antique dealer witnessed the accused in this very most incriminating position as well. Isn't that so, Koyakuta-san? When he was getting at the foreign man, he was that young man in black. Okay, let's press this. It may be true I was holding the gun at that point in time. I told you already. It's only because I picked it up off the floor. Well, obviously, as the culprit, that's the only way you could explain it away. Just finished drinking my coffee. I was about to leave the restaurant when noticed a gun on the floor. Doctor, I'm paying attention to like the glasses and stuff. There's gonna be like a detail in the background. It's super important. Exactly that moment. Bang. A gunshot rang in my ears. Full of events beyond our control, life is. Sorry? What do you mean? In your case, you found a pistol on the floor and picked it up, which precipitated this testing predicament. He believes us, whereas conversely, I failed to pick up the Koban from the floor, find myself in an equally testing predicament as a result. Anyway, the fact remains, myself, I did see you, with pistol in hand, standing over the foreigner. Again, we already did this one. Which one of these did we do? I think we did 4. I don't think we've done 5. Why aren't you telling the truth? What did you say, cadet? Clearly remember. A lady. Which one of you might not have noticed. But for the both of you to fail to see the professor's dining companion, it's just not possible. Unfortunately for you, defendant Haruhodo, it's not just a case of these 2 witnesses alone. Sorry? The waiter, whose testimony the court heard earlier, clearly stated the same thing. He also said that the victim was alone. That's right! Precisely. In other words, you're the sole proponent of this phantom lady. But such a woman were indeed present at the scene. Prosecution demands to see proof. If no such proof exists, the prosecution demands that no further mention of this phantom woman be made. It's a blatant waste of the court's time. Nothing I could say to that. Got anything, Kazuma? Ha 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 ha. Excellent work, Ryunosuke. We've gleaned some new information now. Well, yes. I don't feel like it changes much. Can't see that it brings any real discrepancies to light. I wouldn't be so sure. Let me see that medical report card you got before. Yes, please let me read it. Oh, you mean this? Yes, this is a brand new piece of evidence. So perhaps we should examine it in a little more detail. Please, thank you. How exactly? I noticed that some pieces of evidence bear magnifying glass. These are the ones you may examine. It didn't let me before, I swear. It didn't have the space key. Use the arrow keys. You rotate the evidence in all directions and examine it from all angles. You have to angle the blue badger just right. Okay, yes, yes, yes. Okay. I just want to do it now, so can you stop talking? Anyway. There's space to investigate further, wowee. So, partner, I think you should take a closer look at this medical report card. See if there's anything new to be learned by examining it in more detail. I'm gonna say you can't eat steak. I'll see what I can do. Use keyboard. Medical report card required every visit. Okay, that sounds right to me. Dentist taught the dentist, but he couldn't be eating right after the dentist. The loud engine's back. Can you hear that? Okay, if I don't talk, you can't hear it. Oh, they record with long-term treatment, that's why. Family doctor, I imagine. Hold on, I'm gonna cut it. Okay, sorry, there's been a really loud engine outside that I assume is being picked up, but it's gone now. If you're dead, there's no point. You don't like doctors then. You hate doctors. Why would you? Make you drink horrible tasting medicine, give you painful injections. Did they even have injections back then? Then they demand lots of money for you for the privilege. Oh, when you're at your lowest ebb. They're like a model patient. Bad case of stubbornness, no less. For which the only cure is a very bitter medicine indeed. Okay, what is this? I don't know. Okay, can I look inside? Writing! I'm gonna assume it's this one? Let's have a look. Some kind of medical history. Ah, and there's an entry for the day the professor was killed. Extraction of molar with topical anesthesia. Extraction of molar? Meaning you had a tooth taken out? It would seem so. Just before the incident, he had a bad tooth removed. Professor used laughing gas. It's the most modern practice in the West for pain relief. Part of this anesthesia. Let's try to believe there's anything that can actually stop you feeling pain. Oh, there's a cautionary note from the medical practitioner as well. Strictly no food or drink besides water for 3 hours post-procedure till anesthesia effects have passed. What? Really? Sounds like information worth bearing in mind. Medical report card, okay. Okay, I'm not stupid, I just had to get this info we didn't have. Anyway. Then we listen to the testimony again. Oh yeah? Definitely! Yeah! Yay! Not this one. This one? No, this one. Present. Here we go. I'm not stupid, guys. See? Present.
Yes!
Yes. Well, I think, how about what are you wondering, lad? Call yourself a lawyer? Wish I could. First and foremost here, I'm the accused. Yunosuke. Everyone stumbles on their words occasionally. Under the circumstances, I wouldn't worry about it. Thanks, Kazuma. I could see it quite clearly in that cross-examination you just carried out. When you raised your hand straight up like that, so purposefully. You knew exactly what it was you wanted to say. He believes in me. Don't feel like you have to choose your words carefully. Just say what you're thinking. Alright. Thanks for the advice. Breathe. Koikuro-san, this is a medical report belonging to the victim. Oh. I see. And? I don't see. Whatever, boy. Comparing what is written on this report card with your witness statement. What is he doing? What is he looking at? Something clearly doesn't add up. Dear me, dear me. Have you forgotten my word so soon, you amateur? Sorry, what? You're not to interrupt court proceedings with your amateurish drivel. I'm being dramatic, let me get to it. But let's see if I can explain in words you might understand. It's after 2 p.m. in the afternoon when the victim was murdered at the restaurant. Whatever he may or may not have done before that time, completely irrelevant. But that's, Remember, Ryunosuke, you don't have to use clever language or fancy words. Make your point. Your Excellency, I believe we're finished here. Surely no need to prolong this trial further. The witness testimonies the court has heard have been clear and concise. This medical report card has no bearing on the matter at all. The simple reason that no one else besides this pale-faced pupil could possibly have perpetrated the crime. It autoplayed. This medical report card has nothing to do with the case. Do you really believe that? Nani? That outburst have petrified me, boy. Of course I believe it. How could it possibly be relevant? Perhaps because Hora Clinic, which issued the report card, is a dental clinic. What? Wait, when did dentists, like, modern dentistry become a thing? Because in my mind, they just kind of invented it like right after World War II ended. Like 1946 rolls around, they're like, hey, you know what? Let's put this to good use. We're gonna take out teeth and the cavities. We're gonna fill those in and stuff. We're gonna start brushing teeth. Well, of course, that's not how it happened. A dental clinic? That's supposed to mean something to me. Perhaps if I told you that the victim just had a tooth extracted. What's this now? Furthermore, I told you that as a result, the victim had been forbidden from eating. What are you trying to say, cadet? He had orders not to eat? So what? It's all written up in here. No food or drink other than water for 3 hours post-procedure with anesthesia while anesthesia wears off. What? No, that can't be. Koikuro-san. What, boy? What? As you just heard, when he was killed, sometime shortly after 2 p.m., the victim couldn't have been eating anything at all. Unless he just disregarded orders. No. So I'm gonna tell you guys something. Once the dentist told me not to eat for like an hour, after, you know, the visit, about 50 minutes later, I was like, okay, I'm really hungry, I'm gonna eat now. Don't tell my dentist, please, whatever you do. There's more! You have assured the court with unwavering self-confidence the victim was dining alone. But that cannot possibly be the case. Grr. Because the victim, as we now know, had just had one of his teeth extracted, but still experiencing the effects of the anesthetic. Ah! Expertly done. Partner! God, I want to be this guy's partner for the rest of my life. Guys was so cool.
Objection!
What is this nonsense? You little upstart! Oh, it's playing it! These are baseless accusations. Just look at this photographic evidence. You can clearly see the plate of food at the victim's table.
Objection!
Use your head. That's the very discrepancy we're talking about. Or can't you follow the logic? How dare you? I think it's fair to say that the tables in this restaurant's case have turned. Wouldn't you agree, Ryunosuke? Yes, most definitely. Well, I was thinking like the waiter just switched the plate around, but yeah, I guess they could have turned the table. Having just undergone some dental surgery, the victim was unable to eat. There's one very crucial conundrum. Who, in fact, was eating the pictured beefsteak? court will hear the opinion of the defense on this new puzzle. I assume you're ready, counsel? Counsel? Oh, that means me, doesn't it? Alright, the answer to this question is going to be pivotal. This is the start of your turning this trial around. Show them what you're made of. Got it. So, person eating the steak at the victim's table must have been me! An as of yet unknown third party. Obviously, it can only have been someone else who's sitting at the professor's table. You'll not let this go, will you? There was no such person. There was, because I saw her. When the incident occurred, we know that the victim couldn't have been eating anything. Yet we have evidence of a half-eaten steak on his table. Therefore, the only logical conclusion is that there was somebody else there eating it. We have strong evidence to support our assertion. It's clear that these witness testimonies are unreliable. The court decides to push through a ruling at this stage. We'll lodge a formal complaint with the Ministry of Justice and pursue a fair retrial. Relentlessly. You wouldn't. Kazuma! Are you insane? You would take on the government? Don't worry, counsel. I have no issue with you. What do you mean? I have issue with them! Those two witnesses in the stand. What? What are you talking about? We have demonstrated with evidence that the victim was not alone. So, it now turns out that the two of you have deliberately lied when giving your testimonies. Obviously, you will be charged with perjury. Perjury? And, since this is a murder trial, you'll also be deemed complicit in the killing. Complicit? Murder? No! Oh, hold it. Negative! There was no mention of this at the tactical meeting. I was just following orders. That's right, as the man says. Just say you never saw the gentlewoman. That's what they, told us. Ooh. Oh. What? What did you just say, Korikudo-san? No. Is his face about to explode? You were just following orders? No, hold on, lad. I was Say you never saw the gentlewoman? Yeah. When you say gentlewoman, do you mean you saw the victim with a lady from overseas? What? Objection! What is the meaning of all this? These witnesses gave false statements. Is this true, you pair? But does he not know about this? I assumed he would have been the one giving the tactical meeting. Just one simple slip of the tongue. Order. Counsel, explain what's going on here. It's painfully clear now. You try to prevent these witnesses from telling the truth. Absolutely not. The prosecution knows nothing of this. What's he looking at? Who's behind this? Who tried to make you keep your mouth shut? Well, that's classified. Baby, he's trying to control him like Ratatouille. So you're prepared to be tried as a conspirator to this murder, are you? You wouldn't. This can't be happening. Yunosuke? Judging from the way they were reacting to this, I'd say they were sworn to silence by someone with considerable influence. However, I don't believe Aochi had any idea about it. What are you saying? I mean, well, that kind of influence. There are only a handful of possibilities. You'd have to be like, you know, like a professor of medicine. I mean, probably not. Could only have been the government, the military, or with the police, I suppose. Well, any ideas about who might be behind this? We can affirm who tried to silence these witnesses. Then we can continue our pursuit. We're going to name whoever it was that tried to make the witnesses keep their mouths shut. Of course, we'll need evidence before we make any firm accusations. Evidence that proves whoever it was really did wield his or her power here. But how? How can we possibly... Remember how we made progress before? We examined this piece of evidence in more detail, found a new clue as a result. I guess that's right. Well, that's not the only piece of evidence we have, is it? We need to re-examine everything, make sure there's nothing we've missed. No time to lose. Okay, I guess so. Oh, it's my university collar pin! Single bullet. Nothing in there. Oh, that badge has the government logo on it. Business card. Yeah, let me flip this over. Oh wait, I can't flip it over. I can flip it over now. No, I didn't want to do that. Come on, come on, come on. Yeah. Yeah, and where it says kitchen? Whatever. Don't want to use those complicated characters to write kitchen, especially not if they're in a hurry. He's got a point. Oh, he doesn't know those kanji. Look, kanji's hard, dude. Chief Inspector. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Well, that's unexpected. What is? Look, do you see it says the witness's name here? Satoru Hosonaga. Oh, yes, business cards do tend to show the person's name. Sort of the point. So the name that's unexpected. It's his job title. His job? Oh! Chief Inspector Satoru Hosonaga, Primary Criminal Investigation Division, Imperial Police Bureau. Inspector? What on earth? I have no idea. Let's face it, police have a lot of power and influence. They're wielding it somehow. It's so rough, man. The police are so underpaid, he has to work part-time as a waiter. That's just... it's killing him. Okay. See, I told you guys. I want answers. It's proven that these witnesses have been manipulated. I assure you the penalty will be severe. Please, wait. Your Excellency, I had no idea about any of this. Swear to every Shinto god. All of them. I knew nothing. What does the defense have to say about all this? Well... Your Excellency. No time to think. Just gonna have to close my eyes and shout out the first name that comes to my head. Says the prosecution, the only person with the necessary influence to manipulate the witnesses is... Yes! Yes! Well, surely that would be... Satoru Hosonaga-san. Hosonaga? The waiter who took this... Wouldn't the judge recognize the... Poppycock! What possible reason would the waiter have to make these witnesses give false testimony? Not to mention the fact that even a head waiter could not possibly have that level of influence. For once, I'd agree with you. If, that is, the man truly were a waiter. What? If he were truly? Come on, Unosuke. Time to hit this court with the truth! The truth about Satoru Hosonaga's real identity as proven by this evidence. Yes! Take that! The plan of the restaurant sketched by the man in question. My grid shows a great deal of attention to detail. Not sure we can conclude anything. Sorry, Your Excellency. That's the back of the card. It's the back of the card that's of interest. I beg your pardon, the front. We call that the front. Or perhaps I should have said the front? Yes! It's the front of the back of the card. That's where the telling detail is. Front of the back of the front of the middle. Somebody please explain what this overexcited student is trying to say. Hosonaga-san, sketch the plan of the restaurant on the reverse side of his business card. The front of that business card reveals the man in question's profession. His true profession. The waiter's profession. That's surely... Good gracious! That's right, Your Excellency. The card reads, Chief Inspector, Primary Criminal Investigation Division, Imperial Police Bureau. What? The waiter is a police detective? I haven't heard any mention of this before. Why haven't I heard any mention of this before? The Imperial Police Bureau has immense power. Absolute power, as far as regular civilians are concerned. So, witnesses there in the stand? Was it in fact the waiter who gave you your orders? Was it he who told you not to mention that you'd seen this foreign gentlewoman at the scene? Well. Oh, I assume you showed back up? Yep. Inspector Hosonaga! His glasses are blurred. I was worried something like this might happen. The moment you asked me to submit my sketch as evidence, I realized there was a possibility. Yeah. We just saw this. Yeah. I'm familiar with this scene. Here you go. Yep. So I remember now. He did act strangely when the judge asked him to hand over his business card, almost like I'm an Ace Attorney veteran. I saw that coming. I strive to carry out all investigations flawlessly. It's my guiding principle. But I let myself be distracted when I made that sketch. It was an unusually careless mistake. Oh, guys, I can eat at Le Carnival now. He's not actually a waiter there. He was coughing on blood out on his towel. You mean to say, you really are a detective? Well, why would a detective be working as a restaurant waiter? Of course! Your salary must be terrible! I was working undercover. Undercover? Yes, there have been a series of incidents at the restaurant recently. Ordered to investigate, decided to get a job there as a waiter, working undercover. Incidents at the restaurant? What kind of incidents? That would be classified police information, which I'm not at liberty to divulge. Dude, he's a time traveler. However, I can state categorically that they're unrelated to this case of homicide. Very well then, Inspector Hosonaga. You'll elaborate on one point for the court. Of course, Your Excellency. We have just heard new information from the two witnesses besides you. That at the time of the shooting, there was in fact another person present at the victim's table. If that is indeed true, clearly you would have been aware of this person's presence, having served at the table in question. However, your testimony did not allude to this other diner. Therefore, I am led to assume that in your professional capacity as a police officer, you require these witnesses to be in agreement. Would that be correct? He's doing okay? Correct, Your Excellency. Unbelievable! As I suspected. Oh, he just shot us! As soon as I heard the gunshot, I ran out of the kitchen to see what had happened. The victim sat slumped in his chair. Beside him, gun in hand, stood the accused student. Sitting opposite the victim at the same table was a young lady, whom I guessed to be an Englishwoman. So the truth comes out. I immediately sealed off the restaurant and reported the incident to the bureau. It was then that I received some special orders. Special orders? You mean to say, remove the Englishwoman from the scene at once. Oh, yo, this is sketchy. It was made clear that the Englishwoman's presence at the restaurant was to be concealed. Those were my orders. But the Englishwoman was the killer. I think it would be in everyone's best interest not to pursue that idea. The Empire views the friendly terms of its relationship with Britain more highly than anything at the moment. An Englishman has been murdered on our soil. To name an Englishwoman as the primary suspect? Well, without irrefutable evidence, that would be completely out of the question. So that's the reason for the disappearance of the Phantom Woman in this case. But it's not right. We're about to call a recess because I need to call the video soon. I think we're over an hour in. One possibility does spring to mind. What do you mean, Kazuma? UMaine University is currently hosting a number of exchange students from Great Britain. Fairly certain that one of them, studying in the medical faculty's research laboratory, is a young English woman. Ooh. What? You're a shrewd man. I can see why you're the chosen candidate for the overseas study tour. Look at the baby. You mean, when I removed the woman from the scene of the crime, that it prudent to check her identity first. The court demands that you name the lady in question at once, Inspector. They're just still freaking out. The English woman sitting at the university professor's table is a certain Miss I murdered him. No. Giselle Brett. Okay, what's the pun here? There's obviously gonna be a pun here. Giselle Brett. Giselle Brett. Giselle Brett. Giselle Brett. Mr. Giselle Brett. I don't know what it is. She's indeed a foreign student studying in the research laboratory at UMaine University's medical faculty. But what is happening here? He was about to lose his hair. He doesn't even know. I admit that under orders from the police bureau, I embraced all evidence of this lady's presence at the scene. I ordered these witnesses to make no mention of her in their testimonies. Must now be up to your excellency to decide how to deal with this situation. Very well. My thoughts on the matter are as follows. Thus far, the case presented to the court has been underpinned by a particularly critical premise. Namely, the victim was dining alone. However, as we have now discovered that this premise is false, it would be a desecration of our justice system to ignore the truth and give a ruling at this. The judge is a great guy! Give a ruling at this point. But, Your Excellency, I'll be missing the noon deadline of a ruling in order to send the telegraphic report to Great Britain. Our own government will surely be very displeased by such actions. Calm yourself, Counsel. I'll not allow the government of our country or any other to influence the proceedings of my courtroom based. Inspector Hosonaga. Yes, sir? You will locate this Giselle Brett and escort her to the courtroom with the utmost urgency. At once, Your Excellency. But that means you'll be going against the special orders you were given from the police bureau. The engine's back! As I said before, it's my guiding principle to carry out all investigations flawlessly. So, it won't be a problem? You okay, dude? Oh, he's gonna box us. Nothing will get in my way. Is this guy the gumshoe of this game? Court will adjourn briefly. Prosecution must call the English student, Giselle Brett, to the witness stand. Do I make myself clear? Yes. Your Excellency. Good. A 30-minute recess. Yes, before reconvening. To be continued. Nice. Okay. Getting back into Ace Attorney is fun. For a brief moment, I doubted myself and I thought I was an idiot, but no, I'm good. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. See you guys next time with some more Ace Attorney. See you guys then. Bye.